Hi folks, I'm going to do this video quick in lieu of the GeoTours thing that's not working for us, unfortunately. I've been on the phone and an email with them, and I'll keep you updated as much as I can here. Hopefully this gets resolved soon, but if not, let's talk about how to use some of these things. So the Google Earth is basically like a browser. I mean, and I fully apologize. I'm a rookie with making these videos, so you're going to see I'm terrible at it, but any port in a storm, eh? But this is basically a browser. It's like Firefox, only instead of transmitting like internet in terms of what you're used to with pulling up Amazon or whatever, it just transmits GIS data, so the surface of the Earth. And within that, what's really cool, and what we're definitely going to do, whether this workbook comes together or not, is use files that open up within Google Earth. So here's an example of one. You download it, and it looks like that. It's .kmz. It'll look a little different on a Mac, but you open it up, and what it does is it opens over here. That's actually another one. So this is actually a preview of your Module 6 quiz, where you're going to be going over towards Chittenango Creek and looking at some things from Cazenovia down to where it empties out into Oneida Lake. So this is where it opens. You come over here. You can like minimize it, maximize it like that. If these check marks are off, the little things disappear, but I think you can still go to them. But if you want to see what's there, you'll want to click those. So you double click it, and it will fly you. So during a quiz, I'll say like double click B, go here, tell me what's going on there. I don't remember the specific question right now, but you get the idea. Double click C, come over here, we're going up towards Oneida Lake where it empties. Okay, so that's going to be the basics. When this workbook starts working, hopefully this afternoon, what that's going to look like is geotours.kmz. This is like the book. Now there's a lot of stuff in here. If you have it all checked, it makes an absolute total mess out of the surface of your Earth. You really want to check like one thing at a time. If we're working on plate tectonics, you check that one. Then now the book will say go here and do this, go here and do that, and so on. And you just follow those instructions. You work your way through, and see how it goes. It's to support the stuff we do in class. So I'll uncheck that. All right, so those are the basics. A couple other things you're gonna have to do are to measure. I'll pick, let's go to Oswego. Now I'll say using a mouse is way easier if you're using a touchpad like I do at home. It's a little bit harder. You can do it, but it's a little bit harder. Straight line measurements are with that tool. Show ruler, and what you do is you click, and if you gotta get this thing out of the way, you can do it. The line stays alive. Click, and it will tell you that's about 1/10 of a mile going across the Oswego River right there. And you can change this, even if you've already made a measurement, you can change it to smoots, whatever you need to change it to, kilometers, and so on. Curved are slightly harder, really the same concept, but a little bit harder. Path, and what you'll do for this is you can click and drag. So let's say I want to know how long that path was for some reason, a helicopter ride. That is 3.56 miles. You can also, if I clear that out, open it again. You can do like point to point and get those distances, but then clicking and dragging will give you the curve. Let go, point to point. So whatever works, whatever like the resolution is you're trying to do. In the practice quiz, I'm going to have you do a curvy river. Think about what resolution is kind of optimal. Do you really need to get into like right here and make sure you're coming along here and it curves a little bit there? Probably not. Just zoom out, aim for what you think is an appropriate like zoom level or resolution, and you guys should be fine. You can, just to throw it out there, if you're doing this, and this is especially helpful if you don't have a clicky mouse, if you're in the middle of a measurement, you want to move the map, you can still come over here to these things. That changes your tilt. This can just change where you're going on the map. This can change your zoom. And that way you don't have to stop doing your measurements. It's a lot easier with the mouse wheel, but if you don't have that, that's your best option. Click again, and there's your measurements. You can change the orientation. I'll tell you right now, you guys get the bonus of a free, I'll tell you where people make mistakes on the Google Earth quiz. That chapter 6 one is they mess up north and south constantly. So be aware that north is only up if it's up on here. If it's that way, then north is down. If you ever want to go back to Northup, because that's how we're comfortable looking at maps, just double click that little N and you're good. I think that's going to be most of the features we need. You know, there's other cool stuff. You can go back in time. I think this is one I do for environmental. I don't think this is in this course. But you can go back to older satellite imagery. I mean, it's not too far back. This is back when I was in high school. At Route 31 and 481, if you know, like the Great Northern Mall area, 481, Route 31, this is what it looked like because of this little time tool right here in 1994, the old days. But then if you unclick that, you see what's gone on to today. You know, so that's the kind of thing we'll use Google Earth for. It's a pretty powerful tool. If this this thing doesn't wake up the next like afternoon, I'm probably just going to cancel it. I've already talked to them about giving you your money back, and usually that motivates people to get things fixed. I'm fighting for you. Sorry for this. It's the last thing I expect after using this for many years. And this is a weird way to meet, but hope you guys are doing okay in class. Email anytime. We'll get things worked out. Take care.